Hi everyone, welcome to my bookshelf. My name's Tammy Powley and I am a reader and a writer. And that's why I have this channel, because I like to share my reading and writing with you guys. Today I'm talking briefly about Wuthering Heights. Okay, this is a Bronte novel. It's by Emily Bronte. It's actually the only novel she wrote and published and had published. She also wrote a lot of poetry. But unlike her sister Charlotte Bronte, who wrote quite a few novels, and her other sister Anne Bronte, who wrote 2 novels, we only got one from Emily, and it is a wonderful book. But I'm talking about it because I am doing a read-along with Heather's Heroes and Heroines, and she is also a booktuber, and she's been sponsoring or hosting an I Read Dead People read-along every month. So for the month, for last month, we did Dracula, and I'm going to talk about that in another video, but very briefly. And for the month of December 2022, we are doing Wuthering Heights, okay? So I am going to be hosting a, live session with her. I believe it is on December 16th. It's going to be on her channel, so you want to make sure you go over and subscribe to her channel and hit the bell icon for notifications so you know when we are going to be on live talking about Wuthering Heights, and we invite everybody to read Wuthering Heights with us. Now, if you're a little uncertain about reading classics like this was, I mean, it was written a long time ago, so getting the lingo down if you're not used to reading this kind of stuff can be a little daunting at first. I have a few recommendations for you. First of all, don't worry about buying the book. I actually have this copy of myself, but I can't find it. And so I thought about buying another copy, but I'm sure as soon as I buy a copy, it's going to pop up. So I went to my library and I got this copy. And I also got this copy, okay? This has the novel in it, but it also has critical works, critical articles that talk about the novel. So I kind of like to read around works like this sometimes, like reading around it, I guess you could call that. But also there was something in the back that I liked. There's a chronological list of dates and history related to the novel, and I think when you're reading something this old, that can be very useful because it's really easy to have a 21st century lens on when you're reading older works, and it can be a little off-putting, but here is something I think is going to be useful that I will probably share when I am with Heather. And there's somebody else, and I almost dropped a book. There's actually another person, another booktuber, and the name escapes me right now, but I will put in the comments below, I'm going to put some @ next to both of their channels so you can bop over and check. But there's somebody else that's going to be hosting with us as well on December 16th, the live session. But basically, this is being run by Heather's Heroes and Heroines, all right? And she's got a really fun channel, so definitely check her out. So anyway, this is why I picked this up originally, because I was thinking I was gonna use this as what I'm gonna read, and then use this for a source. But then as I was looking at it, my old eyeballs, this is kind of small, and I realized, okay, this text is bigger. So I'm actually started reading the novel that's in here, the copy of the novel that's in here. Additionally, I picked up this. This was on the shelf as well. It is, it's interpretations. So again, this can be really useful. I noticed that there was an essay in here from Virginia Woolf, and I like to read her nonfiction. I struggle with her fiction, but I do like her nonfiction. So I'm curious to see what Virginia Woolf says about Emily Bronte's novel. So I picked that up as well. So there's lots of free resources at your library if you want to join in on this with us, and they will definitely have Wuthering Heights. That is for sure. They're going to have that. They'll probably have multiple copies, like my library did. And also, you can get online and look at LibriVox. LibriVox is a website that has free downloadable, or you can listen to it online too, but you can download free audios of classics like Wuthering Heights and listen to it instead of reading it. So, and then of course there's some really good movies too. If you just want to have just a few hours, you don't want to dedicate more than a few hours, we're cool with movie watching as well. So I'm looking forward to actually reading this novel again. I have read it a couple of times, but it's been a number of years. So I love to reread books like this. So I'm really looking forward to it. Like I said, I already read a few chapters last night, And yeah, it was like, oh, I've been reading a lot of contemporary work lately, so I had to really get my mindset into that. Okay, slow down, slow down. That's, you know, these early works tend to, I don't want to say meander, but there's a lot more detail than you might be used to reading in more contemporary works. So basically, when you're reading stuff like this, my advice is to slow down. It's not a race, okay? And just enjoy the process as much as possible. All right, so yeah, looking forward to Wuthering Heights with you. And as usual, I always appreciate a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks for stopping by to see what's on my bookshelf.